Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm trying to make this video short and sweet. It's just a quick update. I guess we can consider this episode 2 of the Farmall M rebuild. Again, this is my grandpa's tractor. It's his second tractor that he had. It's a 1940 model tractor. The engine block we've discovered is a 1947 according to the casting code. It's a replacement block. It doesn't have any serial numbering on it. But if you guys have been following the story on this tractor, when my grandpa got it, it was given to him because the engine was locked up and it was trapped under a bunch of fallen trees. And as the story goes, they did a lot of work with it. Had to pull the head off, beat the pistons with blocks of wood to get it freed up, and then eventually got it running and operating. And it was parked in about 93, 92, 93 when my grandpa passed away, and the rear end had also had a axle bearing fail, and one of the ball bearings got underneath the bowl gear and punched a hole through the bottom of the rear case. So fast forward till now, it took me 20 years to find this tractor, but we're here. We got the engine out. It's tore apart. The only thing I have left to do is to get the cam bearings out and the sleeves out, and then everything will go to the machine shop. But real quickly, I wanted to show you what we found. More than likely, if you guys can see that, there's quite a bit of rust in the bottom of the number 4 cylinder, and there's some pitting towards the top half of the cylinder. Probably the top third of the cylinder has some pretty good pitting in it. All the other cylinders look pretty good. Cylinder 1 has a little bit of pitting in it, but it's not terrible. So that's the first problem we found, is cylinder 4 was probably the one that was locked up way back 35, 40 years ago. So we're going to go ahead and do sleeves and pistons for sure, rings. This engine had also either been put together when it was a replacement block. It was either put together with an overbore kit in it, or it has been rebuilt again and it has an overbore kit in it. It's got international aluminum pistons, 4-inch bore. As you can see, looking at number 4, there's a lot of discoloration on the top half, and that's more than likely the one that was stuck. Something else that we found is there are significant grooves in all of the rod bearings and main bearings. The crankshaft has some pretty significant grooves wore into it, so hopefully we can have those machined out. It does have .002 main bearings and rod bearings in it, undersized kits. So that's something that we found in the system. It has a Super M through 450 cam gear in it, so it has an upgraded cam gear, because the original M gears, or the M cam gears, were weak and they were known for failure. So it has the upgraded cam gear in it. And the last thing that we've noticed is the camshaft itself has a lot of discoloration on the lobes. If you guys can see the black marking on all the lobes there. I don't know if that's due to lack of oil and overheating or what that's from, but there's a significant amount of it. Luckily, I don't see any major, the center bearing has a little bit of a groove wore into it. You can just barely catch your fingernail on it, but everything else looks pretty good. This front main bearing has a pretty significant groove in it. And let's see, number 4 has some pretty good grooves in it. Number 2, number 1, number 3 has just one major groove worn into it, but that's where we're at with the Farmall M engine. I'm beating the battery on the camera here. So once we get the cam bearings and the sleeves out, the block is ready to go off to the machine shop to be boiled and tested. Same with the head. Those two items are going to go to Auto Value in St. Cloud, Minnesota. The crankshaft will go off to Crankshaft Supply in Minneapolis. And the camshaft will go to Barry Cam Service in Lester Prairie, or I'm sorry, yeah, Lester Prairie. So that's what we got for an update on the M. The John Deere D, we're still sitting at a standstill with the front axle, waiting for that to come back from the machine shop. So once we get that back, we'll get it back underneath the tractor, get the steering together, and hopefully we can take that thing for its maiden voyage. So that's about all I got, though. I haven't recorded much of the engine teardown simply because we already have a teardown of the first M that I had. We have a teardown of the Super M for Connor, and we have a teardown of the H. And all of these platforms are all very similar. So I wanted to speed through this teardown just to get it apart so we could get everything off to the machine shop and get that ball rolling so we can start ordering parts. And when everything starts coming back from the machine shop, the parts are here and ready, and we can clean what needs to be cleaned and put the short block together. And then we'll go through various systems like the governor, the water pump, and that's really about it. So that's the plan. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. It's been a couple weeks since I posted a video, so there it is. The M is almost ready to head off to machining. So that's all I've got. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for wrenching with me, and we'll see you in the next one. Hope you guys had a safe and happy Halloween.